Hey, kindergarten friends. We are going to start a brand new unit in writing. So we're done working on our pictures and now we're going to start writing words. It's going to be awesome. So our very first unit is about storytelling. Now, there are 5 things that we want to make sure we think about when we are telling our stories. Can you guess what some of them might be? Think about what we talked about during shared reading, when we read like A Room on the Broom and all the fairy tales. What were some of the things we needed? If you said characters and settings, you're right. So, we need characters, and friends, you all already know that that's who's in the story, right? Yeah. We need to think about our setting. And we all know that the setting is where the story takes place. And then we're not going to talk about a problem and a solution. We're going to talk about a beginning, a middle, and an end. So we need the beginning of the story. What happens first? We need the middle of the story. What happens second? And we need the end of our story. What happens third? So friends, I have actually written my very own story, and I'm going to share it with you guys as an example, okay? Let me grab it. All right, so here it is. So right at the top, I wrote my name, Miss Stubby. That's me. And then I started to write my story. So first, I'm just going to read it to you. My friend gave me a plant. It was really cool. The plant started to look sad. It had yellow leaves. I gave it water and sun. It got better. So friends, let's take a look at my story one more time. So we can tell that the setting is at my friend's house, at my friend's house and at my house. And then we can tell that the characters are my friend and I. And can you tell anything else by this picture? Yeah, you could tell that it's daytime because the sky is nice and blue. You could probably guess that it was summertime or springtime because there's no snow and the grass is green. And we know that the plant is nice and healthy and strong because it's standing straight up and it's green. So this is the beginning of my story. Now the middle of my story. Friends, even if we didn't have the words to tell us that the plant was looking sad and the leaves were turning yellow, we could still know what was going on just by looking at the picture. We can see that our plant's leaves are not standing up straight anymore. They're drooping over and they're turning yellow on the tips. So I added details in my writing and I added details in my pictures. Both are very important. So this was the middle of my story. And then at the end of my story, I have my plant again, and it's healthy because I gave it water and sun. Friends, I wrote that I gave it water and sun, and I also drew a watering can and a sun. And I wrote, it got better. And we can tell that this plant is definitely better than this one was. So the end of my story was happy. Now, friends, when you write your story, it could be a happy story, a sad story, anything, but it needs to be your story, okay? So think of an exciting event in your life or just sometime when you really remember what happened. Think of a time you really remember. And that's what you can think about writing stories about, okay? Remember, you need characters, a setting, the beginning, middle, and end of your story. So this is what happens in the story. And then all throughout all of this, you need lots and lots and lots of details in your words and your pictures.